Today we will hear the sentencing of docket number CR05-01001-KGG in the case of the United States of America versus Michael Malley for the United States District Court of the Western District of Atlantis. Mr. Malley, please stand. Mr. Malley, you have been accused of count 1 conspiracy and possession and intent to distribute heroin and have pled guilty for this accusation. Your arrest in regards to this case was June 19th for the current offense, but since 1999 you have been under investigation, which has led to your arrest. Apart from attempting to evade your arrest on the day of this incident, you jumped out of the window and a firearm was found in the area and was linked to your ownership. And evidence of 780 grams of heroin were found in your apartment, along with $300,030, which was also found in your apartment in both assets and in cash on this day. Mr. Malley, you have 3 prior felony convictions involving the possession of controlled substances and burglary, making you a career criminal. Both in 1991 and in 1995, you were convicted of the sale of controlled substances, and in 1997, you were convicted of robbery. While your contribution and cooperation was taken into consideration for this case, I must disagree with the recommendation presented to the court and sentence you to 15 years in prison. The current recommendation stated that a 10-year sentence and a 5-year supervised release would suffice, but given your past of failed drug tests and failure to abstain from drug distribution, I must sentence you to a full 15 years in prison. As a convicted felon in the state of Texas, you will lose your right to vote, the right to be a federal employee, and the right to have any firearm in your possession for 5 years. You will also lose any right to public assistance for an additional 5 years. Mr. Malley, given your past felonies and that you are a father to 2 children, I will not allow you to return to the community under any parole supervision until you have completed your full 15 years. I hope that during this time you will understand that the reasons why a shorter sentence with parole is not a viable option for you, since it has not worked in the past. You have now become a burden to the state and the taxpayers. This is money that is being taken away from your children and their futures to maintain you in a jail cell. Mr. Malley, do you understand your sentence?